Hello YouTube, and it's David here again. Final terrain video for a while, and this is going to be the Tabletop Workshop barn, 28mm, and very much similar to the cottage and the chapel that we saw in previous videos. In this instance, we've got again, the picture looks like it's sort of Wars of the Roses type thing. The instructions again are on the inside of the box, and as with the previous products, incredibly easy to put together. You cannot really put them together incorrectly. So I didn't even look at the instructions, I'm going to be honest. In all my excitement, I just took them out of the box and started putting them together. So what we've got here again is the same floor layout we saw before with that lip. So I've discussed that before. You've got the same ends that you use on the cottage, so it's exactly the same. It's got the windowsill, it's got the shutters for the windows, and then the only difference, and it's even got the same thatched roof, yeah, with the tongue and groove system. And then finally we've got the long sections, which are different. So it's just got, like, there's a farm, there's a rake there, a spade, a horseshoe, and a couple of extra pegs on the wall, and then on this end and externally quite plain. And then on the front end you've got internally you've got a wagon wheel, an axe on a peg, the big doors, and externally another little horseshoe and the big doors as well. So really nice. These kits are quite generic, so don't, again, the notion is that for about 50 quid you've got yourself a village set together. So again, construction is going to go like this: slot them in, and this again, slot it in, and then just get some light forward, and then again the same process that we used before. This is basically the identical kit. The only difference is the long sections, because obviously this is a barn and not a cottage. Although it is surprising that they've got this exactly the same footprint, so they're exactly the same size. I suppose it's a very small barn. But there you go. One thing about the quality of the plastics, they're really good in general. It's just sometimes on the roof sections you'll find that you might need to shave it just there to get rid of where it's come off with what looks like it's sprue. Hopefully you can see it there, yeah. So just to trim it with a knife, but I mean, minimal cleanup required, and that is always a good thing because it saves us time and allows us more time to paint things. So again, the tongue and groove system, it just slots in like so, and then finally the roof goes on top. And as I've said in the previous videos, great for skirmish games. You can put people inside. You can imagine peasants hiding in here or whatever, or when they're being raided by the local lordsmen or some villains or brigands or whatever. So there you have it. All fits together very nicely. And shortly I'll show you the finished product. Right, one moment. Right, so it's now several hours later, and here is the barn all completed. As you can see there, a nice simple paint job, nothing complicated. Yeah, pretty decent actually. They're very you'll notice that all of these Tabletop Workshop buildings are all pretty much built on the same template design in terms of the footprint that they have. What I've done with this one is the roof obviously lifts off. I've done the internals as well, so I'll get some light in there and then show you that. So what I've done with it is just like the chapel. So if you just get some better light, just like the chapel, I've made it removable. So this just lifts away. So again, for ease of access, perhaps for a diorama of sorts, if you have some people, you could pop a roof on there, get some light underneath it, and you've got yourself a sort of diorama to maybe shoot a few shots or something. I don't know, whatever. I just thought it was a nifty idea at the time, because once you click this back into, well, something clicks into position, once you fit it back into position and you pop the roof on, it holds the whole thing in place. So there we have it, yet another piece of terrain from Tabletop Workshop. Like I said, the buildings are all pretty much exactly the same. I think a barn with a cobbled stone floor is perhaps a bit far-fetched, such as this one has, but I mean, at the end of the day, most of the time you'll only see the externals of the building, and the key thing is that it was cheap, it was quick and easy to do, and it's tabletop ready in almost no time. I must declare myself satisfied with this as a product. Would I buy more of these buildings? having done the 3, there's one more that I don't have, which is a stable, which I have subsequently ordered from North Star. I had placed yet another order, naughty me. So when that gets here, we'll look at the stable as well. But I suspect very much it's going to be built pretty much exactly the same dimensions with just a different long ends again. But again, we'll have a look when it gets here. So yeah, absolutely. I now have 3 more buildings to add to my little hamlet slash village for the medieval period, or anything after that really. Yeah, absolutely good stuff. So again, I recommend it. I just think at the end of the day, this cannot be. You can use this, but I wouldn't bother duplicating any of the buildings. Right. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more soon.